Honey, I'm back on my bullshit. Guess it's been about that time.
When I was talking to you, but what I was saying was,
You was really doing push-ups the whole time?
yeah, I was doing push-ups the whole time.
For sure, bro. Bro, you're an anime character, bro. But as you were saying.
But I was saying, like, as our relationship is growing and we're getting closer, I'm just realizing that we're both just big ass kids and we're just trying to figure it out. And if I just act like myself, everything works out. And then like my students gravitate towards that because they're like, oh, this nigga's just a big ass kid. So like
Yeah.
he's smart as fuck. However, he can still teach me how to keep it moving because he understands that he's no better than me, but he knows what he's talking about. And that's been
Yeah.
helping me with my students. But what I'm trying to figure out now is like, because I'm on my journey to become him and like become like Himothy type shit.
Yeah, the best version of yourself.
Yeah, the best version of myself. I'm trying to figure out how to do that, but also unlock that last step of like including someone else within that without jeopardizing, or not even jeopardizing, but like,
Sacrificing who you are.
yeah, to a certain extent, because now that I'm adult, I have so many people that look up to me, but
Mm-hmm.
also that need my attention or want my attention. I wouldn't say need. No one needs your attention. I say
Yeah.
want my attention. So it's like, how
Yeah.
do I balance that and still have a social life, still have like a significant other in the future, and also
Yeah.
keep my jobs, all my jobs intact, you know?
I think, bro, I think we overthink. I think a lot of things are way simpler than like we make them out to be. Like, think about what do you care about?
So what?
Like, in terms of like, I would say, think about what do you care about in terms of like those relationships that you're trying to maintain or those things that you're trying to maintain. Everything in your life that you're maintaining comes down to like, do I care about this enough to continue maintaining it?
Mm,
So I say that to say like if there's somebody in your life who wants your attention but you don't care to maintain that relationship because you don't feel as though like that adds any value to your life, and not everybody has to add value in the sense of like give you something, but add value in terms of like I just like talking to them, they make me happy type shit.
mm,
Like that could be a value because like you need people like that, bro. Like I like talking to you type shit.
ay,
So I say that to say like that's the reason like you maintain those relationships because they're beneficial to you and they help you like just do this shit every day.
mm,
Um so yeah, bro, like I would simplify it. I would like I don't really have a full on answer to that cuz like I'm still figuring out this shit myself to be real. But I would say just like for me what's been helping me is just like figuring out what do I want to maintain? What do I have the energy to maintain? Because some people I want to keep in my life, but they're draining me, bro.
mm,
They're literally draining me. Or some things I want to keep in my life, but it's literally like I can't and be sane.
mm,
It's just not gonna. It's not gonna work, bro. Or else I'm gonna have to sacrifice something, and then it's eventually gonna catch up to me.
mm. From being 25, 20, well, I'm your age when we were still in college. I'm at your age now.
Yeah.
Being 25, like, do you, how, what was your issue with doing it in the past? Like, letting go of those urges in the past, letting go of those things in the past, and compared to now, like, that you're so willing to do it?
Yo, you know what I realized recently, bro? I realized recently that like I very because that's crazy that you asked that. I realized, bro, I used to really be a people pleaser, and I really used to want to like just maintain peace within like all the different like you know all the different like people in my life, all the different things I was doing. I just wanted to maintain a certain level of just like calmness because I didn't want it to overwhelm me So I would like, you know, I went against. It's kind of crazy when I think about it because it's like to maintain peace and to not let things overwhelm me. I would let people ruin my peace and overwhelm me.
Mm.
It's like, how does that work, bro? Like, how do you even like realistically, do that? And the answer is you don't. Well, for me, I didn't because like whenever I would try to maintain peace with people who I felt like, I needed in my life because I just like appreciated them, like it would just make that relationship more strenuous.
Mm.
So what's making it easier for me now at 25 to be able to let go of things, bro, is just understanding that like I was saying, I like when we had that conversation about curating your life, it's like that was a real good conversation for me because it like made me realize like bro, I really am in control of like my experience. Like whatever everything that I have in my life, I'm in control of it. And like for a long time in my life, I felt like I needed things that I didn't need because I always had them. So it's like, how am I going to operate without them? And that's the scary part, the unknown of walking away from things that you've always had that you feel like are instrumental to you. Because it's like, damn, how am I going to operate with this thing that I've had for like 3 years, with this person who's been in my life for like 5 years? What's that going to look like? But I read this quote online that's a very social media ass quote, but it is one of those quotes that like hit, and it was like, yeah, remember that person you were crying about that you thought you would never, sir, you thought you could never survive without with, and it was like, look at you surviving without them now, and I was like, damn, that's kind of crazy because it's so real. It's like there's moments in life, bro, where you like go through some shit and you're like, damn, bro, I just went through a friendship breakup, or I went through a like romantic breakup, or I just lost something that I felt like what fucked me up if I lost, and it fucks you up for that time, and then you just keep going,
On me, I
and that's
felt.
just
Oh, go for it.
you know, no,
Going,
that's it.
going off that point, like my relationships, I thought I was a fucked up person. Maybe I am. Maybe I am a fucked up person. But like losing things now and losing people in my life. Yes, it's like damn. Like if I can control it, it's like damn. Like bruh, like what is up? Like why are we doing this, bruh? Like let's talk about it. But things I can't control, I'm at the point now where it's like, for sure, like if it happens, it happens.
Yeah,
And like for example, I just recently found out that my one of my family members has colon cancer,
yeah,
and I didn't feel sad. I was shocked, but I didn't feel sad. And I was like, well, like, is it serious? And she was like, well, it's a big abscess in his colon. And I was like, damn, that nigga got cancer in the ass. And and like my family started laughing and I'm like, shit, like I take the it is what it is approach. Like
yeah,
if he
yeah,
has if he's gonna die from it, at least I'll be there and be like and have some conversations with him before he go. But like I feel like
yeah,
at the end of the day, he was instrumental to my love of music and my belief in myself. So I'm glad we had our conversation, we had our time together, but like I don't think at this moment, maybe when he dies, I might feel a certain type of way, but like at this moment in time, like I'm just like it just happens,
yeah,
and I don't
yeah. That's beautiful.
because he already did what he had to do for me, type shit, and I did what I
Yeah,
had to do for him. Like I gave him the nuggets he needed, and he gave me the nuggets I needed. And
yeah,
I feel like at that point, our souls can like go away, and it's okay. We'll meet again in another life if it's meant to be. Maybe we won't, and that's okay. But like,
you realize at a certain
you
point you
know,
just like you can't control everything.
yeah, I can't control it. Like that dilly shit, like that loss hurt. But now that I'm older, I'm like, shit, like it is what it is. Like
Yeah.
our lives, our souls were not meant to continue on in this life long term. It was just there for what it was. So now,
Yeah.
like as you're going back to being a kid and being who you are and staying in the present moment, I'm just like, damn, like, all right, for sure, like I'm here right now in the present moment. Hopefully I'm making the right decisions. Hopefully I'm doing the things I need to do. And it manifests the things that I want in the future. And if the things I want in the future get away from me, that's okay. Like, for example, um, someone I know is going through a rough time right now, and I care about them a lot. I care about them a lot. And I want them to be my future girl, but I don't. But like that's besides the point. But like I'm just like, dang, like I'm care for her and I want to see her win and see her like be okay. But I know right now it's not my place to be like check on her every day and be like, "Are you okay? You doing okay?" That's not my place. That's not my place. So I hit her up last night and I was like, "You doing all right?" And she
Yo, Jojo, you funny as hell. He said, I know it's not my place to hit her up and ask, are you doing okay? So I hit her up last night and was like, are you doing okay? That's funny, bro.
on me.
All right,
I did the
continue.
exact opposite of what I said in that moment.
Invitation.
But but I hit her up. She said she like doing what she like doing, she taking care of herself. And I said, if you need anything, let me know. She said, do you? Essentially says because I told her I was gonna go hang with Sophia, my little sis. So I was like, hey, let me go hang out with her. And I said, for sure, like bet. And I left it at that. And I want to
Yeah,
check on her right now. However, I understand that's not my place. So I'm going to keep that shit moving. I got
yeah,
to let her, because like a previous conversation we had, like people dealt with their problems without you first. Before they even met you, they were dealing with their problems. So
yeah,
like with you in their life, it don't change shit. It might change
yeah.
someone, it might be someone new they can go to talk to, but like at the same time, like
You can't fix everybody's problems.
exactly, they gotta fix it for themselves. Like you gotta fix your own shit.
Yeah. And really, I think, like, you helped me realize that too about just like, I can't fix people's problems. I just can offer my perspective.
Hmm.
Like, that's really all I can do. If somebody asks me, like, how do you feel about this? I can just offer my perspective. I'm not telling them what to do. I'm just telling them what I would do.
Hmm.
Yeah, but bro, speaking about not being in control of stuff from like our earlier conversation, what really helped me realize that was like I was saying, whenever that tornado was coming, whenever we were at the studio, and I like had to take that moment of realization of just being like, damn, bro, if this tornado hits us, like that's it. Like I'm just about to die, bro, and like I can't do nothing about it. Like it's literally up to like the tornado, bro. And that like in my mind, bro, like that was one of the like craziest feelings ever of just having to like let go and like stop stressing over it. Like there a lot of times I like micromanage and stress over things that I really have no control over because I feel like I have control over it. But that was one of the few moments where like me trying to like micromanage the fact that I might die, like it just felt very pointless, bro. It felt like very much like, bro, like you hear that wind, bro, you're not stopping that, bro. Like if that hits y'all,
You're
it's a
done.
wrap. Like, and you just gotta like chill and like be okay with that. So we started like cracking jokes, in there and like all making jokes about like dying and shit, and like what we finna like what angle we finna die in and shit, and like that like calmed us a little bit, and then the storm went away. But like I was like I finally gained that peace of just like, bro, like like in that moment, like I became very still and was just like, I feel like this is how you're supposed to like take shit like this. Just like not immediate acceptance, because like you got to go through your freak out moment. You're an only human, but like you eventually have to get to that like it is what it is mentality, like you were saying.